We're live.
Thank you. This is the House Judiciary Committee and a voting session on Friday, March 26, 2021. Where we're going to begin is with two bills that have been withdrawn by their sponsors. They're both by Delegate Henson. House Bill 112, she worked with Delegate Williams and Delegate Hill, and they came together on a bill that dealt with the sealing of court records. So she's withdrawing House Bill 112. And then House Bill 175 that has to do with ammunition sales. She is withdrawing that bill as well. Can I have a motion to have the
Move unfavorable.
Second.
both unfavorable withdrawn and second? All in favor of the unfavorable withdrawn, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Hearing none, they're both unfavorable, moved unfavorable withdrawn. We're going to go now to Senate Bill 14. Senate Bill 14 is in exactly the same posture that we passed it out.
Favorable.
There's a
Second.
motion for a favorable and a second. Is there further discussion on Senate Bill? I need to pull that screen up, I suppose. Further discussion on Senate Bill 14. All right, thank you. We will then take a roll call on the bill as soon as I finish writing on this piece of paper. All right, so straight favorable, the vice chair.
Yes.
Delegate Erican,
Yes.
Delegate Bartlett,
yes,
Delegate Carden,
Yes.
Delegate Conaway,
Yes.
Delegate Cox. Stand on here. Okay, Delegate Crutchfield,
Yes.
Delegate Deborah Davis,
yes,
Delegate Juanita Fisher,
yes,
Delegate Robin Grammer,
Yes.
Delegate Griffith,
Yes.
Delegate Rachel Jones,
Yes.
Delegate Lopez,
Yes.
Delegate Malone,
Yes.
Delegate McComas,
yes,
Delegate Moon,
Yes.
Delegate Shetty,
Yes.
Delegate Cham,
yes,
Delegate Watson,
Yes.
Delegate Williams,
Yes.
Delegate Cox.
He's on the highway. He's driving.
Oh, he
Realized it was
is.
going to be so early, so he thought he could
All
get
right.
home in time.
All right. The chair is going to vote aye. So that's 20. We'll count Delegate Cox is excused for that vote. Okay. Now, go to Senate Bill 202, which is Senator Kelly's bill on imprisonment and the getting the governor out of the parole process. There is an amendment. The amendment to Senate Bill 202 would be to conform Senate Bill 202 to the form in which it left the House. So it would conform it to the House version of, so that was House Bill 3. That's what the amendment does.
The amendment.
Motion to move the amendment. Is there a second?
second,
All right. The amendment is moved and seconded. Is there a discussion on the amendment that would conform the bill to House Bill 3 and send it to the Senate? Seeing none, all in favor of that conforming amendment, say aye.
Aye.
aye,
I'm sorry, we need to raise our hands for this one. I apologize. Raise your hands. That's Jones, Atterbury, Watson, Williams, Bartlett, Carden, Shetty, Lopez, Conaway, Davis, Cham, Moon, Fisher, Griffith, Crutchfield. That's 15. Anyone opposed? Delegate McComas, Malone. All right, so the amendment to conform to House Bill 3 passes. So now we're on the
Favorable.
Second.
motion for a favorable and a second. The bill on the bill is amended. All right. Is there further discussion? This again then is in the same posture as what we passed as House Bill 3 for Senate Bill 202. Is there any further discussion? All right. Seeing none, the vice chair,
Yes.
Delegate Arakan,
No.
Delegate Bartlett,
Yes.
Delegate Cardin,
Yes.
Delegate Conaway,
Yes.
Delegate Cox, Delegate Crutchfield,
Yes.
Delegate Deborah Davis,
Yes.
Delegate Juanita Fisher,
Yes.
Delegate Grammer,
No.
Delegate Griffith,
No.
Delegate Rachel Jones,
Yes.
Delegate Lopez,
Yes.
Delegate Malone,
No.
Delegate McComas,
No.
Delegate Moon,
Yes.
Delegate Shetty,
Yes.
Sham,
No.
Delegate Williams.
Yes.
Okay.
Forgot Watson. Yes.
Now Delegate Watson, I'm sorry, Delegate Watson, Delegate Ron. Ooh,
That's what threw me off. I was waiting for Ron.
I'm sorry. Delegate Watson says yes.
Yes.
13 to 6 and count delegates Anderson and Cox is excused. All right. So now we have two bills. We'll take them one at a time. Senate Bill 494. Senate Bill 494 is Senator West's cross-file of Delegate Lewis's bill on juveniles convicted as adults and eliminating life without the possibility of parole for juveniles.
Favorable on both.
There is an amendment. There is an amendment offered by the chair. I've spoken to Delegate Lewis about Jazz Lewis about this amendment. I believe it is fine with the sponsor and it's fine with the advocates. What the amendment would do, and I will say that there was a previous discussion had about a potential amendment. This narrows down some of the changes that would be made. What happens under what is being offered as the chair's amendment would be to say that in the bill as it stands, there is a process by which a person can seek a reconsideration of their sentence after they've served 20 years incarcerated. What the chair's amendment would do is it would say that in the cases of people who are sentenced prior to the effective date of the bill, so October 1st and before, they would be able to use the process as established in the bill. For people after that time, considering that we have also we at least in this committee have moved legislation, now both pieces of legislation regarding getting the governor out of the parole process, they would not be able to use that parallel process for cases after October the 1st because the governor would be removed from the parole process at that point. They could just go through the regular parole process. There are, the amendment also uses the language to make sure that witnesses are notified when these hearings consistent with the rules under 11104 and 11503 of the criminal procedure article. So it lays out all of the notices that have to be given to the victim, and it adds one word in one of the factors that the court has to look at. They have to look at any reports of a physical, mental, or behavioral examination of the individual conducted professionally. That's what the chair's amendments would do. Can I please have a motion on those amendments?
Move the amendments.
There's a motion on the amendments. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Any discussion on the chair's amendments? Seeing none, all in favor of the chair's amendments, please raise your hands. Delegates Arakan, Jones, Atterbury, Watson, Bartlett, Williams, Carden, Shetty, Lopez, Conaway, Deborah Davis, Cham, Moon, Grammer, Fisher, Griffith, Malone, Crutchfield. Anyone opposed to the chair's amendments? McComas. All right. We're now on the bill as amended. We're on
Favorables.
Senate Bill 494 as amended. There's a motion for a favorable. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. So on Senate Bill 4, is there further discussion on Senate Bill 494? Delegate Malone.
Yes, it's been brought to my attention that just on March 12th, the Rules Committee met and is recommending a rule change that I think may very well address this matter once it is likely approved by the Maryland Court of Appeals. It's my understanding that this new rule will provide that if a defendant committed an offense before they reached the age of 25 and received a sentence to serve more than 15 years and served 15 years or 60% of the sentence, whichever is greater, or a defendant has served 15 years and is 65 or older, life is considered 50, then they may file a motion to modify sentence. They can file even if they did not file one, within 90 days. On the first motion, if they meet the criteria, the court will hold a hearing. After that, then the court does not have to hold a hearing. I think actually this rule may go further than this bill, and therefore I don't think we should move the bill, because I think we should let the Rules Committee, who candidly focuses on these issues and has more knowledge certainly than me, and I would suggest more than many of us, because that's exactly what the Rules Committee tries to do.
Thank you very much. We'll go, Delegate Grammer's video went down. I see you now. Okay, Delegate Grammer, then Delegate Juanita Fisher.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to use my hold on this.
All right. That'll be the one hold on the bill, presuming for the purposes of an amendment. Delegate Fisher, you can either speak now or you can speak later. We will be voting on Monday morning at 11 a.m. Monday morning at 11 a.m. on this piece of legislation. All right, so
Mr. Chair, I'm happy to hold my comments about this bill till then, if that's best for you.
That would be fine. Thank you very much. We're going to go then to House Bill 409. Delegate, again here, the chair again has a set of amendments. They are the same as were described before. I've spoken to the sponsor of the legislation. And I would ask for a motion on the same set of amendments to 409 that were effectively the result the same as what was offered in 494. There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. So all in favor. Okay. Do people want to talk about the amendment, the chair's amendment? Delegate Carden.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just briefly, I know you described the amendments already because they are the same amendments from the previous bill. These amendments make the bill, the way I understand them, they make the bill a little bit more functionally smart and sound for both the judiciary and for the prosecution to be able to navigate through. Is that fair to say?
There was an issue that the judiciary raised with regard to where the requirement was that that stipulated that there would be 20 years that passed while a person was incarcerated. As the bill was introduced initially, where it was in the bill, you could conceive of somebody filing a motion for a modification and having it be filed well before the 20 years. But that motion would kind of lapse because it wasn't ripe yet. But at the same time, there was no mechanism in the bill to allow the court to deny the application because it hadn't reached 20 years yet. So it would reach it could potentially create a situation where you would have people, you could conceivably have somebody who had requested a motion maybe way in advance of time, the court having to hear a motion that they could not grant because they had not been held long enough. So to your point, Delegate Cardin, the judiciary did have a concern, and we addressed that concern in the chair's amendments.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Delegate Juanita Fisher, are you on the amendment?
No, Mr. Chair, I wanted to speak after the amendments.
All right, I got you. And I know Delegate Bartlett, I think I jumped out in front of you. I think you wanted to speak on the bill or on the amendment?
Actually, it was on the previous bill. I was trying to get your attention. I
I'm
just
sorry.
wanted to get the rule number that Delegate Malone mentioned, but I'm looking it up myself. So I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, with that, we're on the chair's amendment to House Bill 409. All in favor of the chair's amendment to House Bill 409, please raise your hands. Delegates Arakan, Jones, Atterbury, Watson, Williams, Bartlett, Cardin, Shetty, Lopez, Conaway, Davis, Cham, Moon, Grammer, Griffith, Malone, and Crutchfield. Anyone opposed? McComas. All right. McComas.
Favorable.
So the mill's amended. We're on the bill as amended. Delegate Moon has moved favorable.
Second.
There's a second. There's further discussion on House Bill 409. Delegate Griffith.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to use my hold, please.
All right, we will hear this bill for a voting session. It's the one and only hold on the bill for, I assume, understand, for purposes of amendment. We will have a voting session on this bill as well on Monday at 11 o'clock, and we will cast those votes then. All right, I think that concludes everything we have to do today. I appreciate everybody's time. I hope you have a good weekend, and we will see you on